Subscribe now.
and step into the magic.
Hi, welcome back to Rule Ways. My name is Calvin.
And I'm Shri.
Okay, today we get to invite a very special guest, Miss Nimala, to come and talk about something very, very interesting.
Yeah, so we are talking about autism awareness and Reiki healing and how they integrate together. So this Miss Nirmallani is so beautiful.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
So she's from Vasudha Yoga and Holistic Healing
Yes.
Center here in Jalan Ipoh.
Yep. So, Miss Nimala, I can call
Miss
you
Nirmala is
Nimala.
so formal.
Yeah.
So formal, right? Okay. So Nimala, just tell us more about yourself and why you have such a beautiful studio in Jalan Ipoh. Yeah.
Okay, a little about myself. My name is Nimala. I come from a very renowned musical family background. My first career was actually in the music industry.
Oh.
I was a music teacher for the past 13 years. I'm actually an Indian graduate.
Okay,
And
music teacher in what? That
Yeah.
my specialty was vocal and my sub is violin.
Oh.
this is new information.
Yeah.
Now only I know. I thought all this way, Nimala is like teaching all the raga, vocal, kind of like.
So you majored in Carnatic music.
Yeah, Carnatic music.
Nice. Okay, sorry. Quick
Yeah.
segue.
And then when I started teaching in the field of music, something really struck me that how these ragas during the ancient days actually started healing us,
Yeah, there must be a reason.
where it healed stomach ailments, it opened doorways of temples, and all this was really running in behind my mind on how it's that the saint and sages actually could do this.
Yeah.
So I was actually looking for healing modalities in different areas, and eventually it brought me to yoga, and then it came to Reiki.
Okay.
So,
All right. So let's we talk about the topic related into the autism awareness, and we see the Reiki, the integration Reiki into the autism healing. So, in this point, how you want to like bring it up to promote the Reiki into this kind of like practicing to the autism healing?
yeah, why autism
Yeah.
specifically? What brought you here?
Okay, the reason why I actually came into Reiki was actually to heal my son. He was diagnosed with speech delay at the age of three and a half. And I actually met a Reiki grandmaster from India, which really gave me an eye-opener that Reiki is something magical. And that's how I started to work to find a Reiki master here, and I found my teacher Malina. And I've been ever since 2020 during the COVID time. That's when my training actually started with Reiki. And upon practicing and learning Reiki and then started to practice it on my son, I saw a lot of improvement, tremendous changes, because I believe that Reiki works in all past, present and future timelines. So it really helped to clear the karmic blockages that autism children actually carry and come from their past lives.
Is that a topic like for another day? This autism, karma, spirituality?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Okay, part two.
Part two.
So okay, for the listener who may new
Okay.
to autism, can you just tell us more about it and any common labels or any misconceptions on the autism?
Yeah, I would say a lot of people had misconception thinking that autism is a disease. No. Autism is a different way of living life. A totally different way
They're
of...
just wired differently.
They are wired differently. Their neurological system is way much different compared to normal children. So they are always connected with higher forces, or if at all they are connected with the lower realms due to their past life issues, karmic issues, they can also go into the lower realms. So that's when they behave like hysterical.
So they have like this. I've heard stories where the children with autism, who are very evil, and they have
Yeah.
these hurting tendencies.
Yes, that's
and
right.
things like that.
Yes,
So
very true.
we cannot. I mean, that's in the science spectrum. You can
Yes,
you can
you
kind of
can gauge
from there. Then you know whether they're up or
down.
down.
I mean, it's not. This is a bit of a controversial, son. We're still investigating on this, but from how a child behaves, we can actually know. Okay, where did this pattern of throwing their tantrums or their traumatical behavior, especially when it comes to crowded places.
Yes.
So this
Yeah.
is why parents actually don't want to take the children out, because they behave differently in
Yes,
public.
yeah.
But it's not because of their behavior. They are processing the energy in the
They're highly
environment.
sensitive with the
Yes, the surroundings.
yeah.
Yes, they're
Even-
very
Do
sensitive.
you think that some noise or some sound can affect their emotions?
Yes, definitely.
Frequencies.
Their frequencies.
Yes. For example, my son, when he was diagnosed, he was very afraid of blender sound.
Oh, my nephew too.
Yeah.
Anything that had like a
Motorized sound.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And when we started training him to say that no, the blender is to make things into finer powders, explain to him, the fear factor slowly disappeared.
Okay, so it is the sound that makes them uncomfortable.
Yes, it's either they are going into the hypersensitivity or hyposensitivity. So hyper means they get frightened with the sound.
Yes.
Hyposensitivity is where they want to have that sound more.
Oh.
So when especially with vacuum cleaners,
Yeah.
Yes,
he was
yes.
actually like very obsessed with it. Every day must vacuum the house just because he wants to hear that sound.
Is it like when sometimes children, especially babies, when they want them to sleep,
Or the white
they have
noise.
the white
Yes,
noise.
yes.
Yeah.
Is that similar?
It's very similar to that.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
So
I did
eventually
that earlier, yeah.
the children, when you train them, they actually slowly come out of that
Okay.
when you teach
So,
them.
children with autism also have many similarities to children whom we label as normal, right? Regular
but-
kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what are things that you notice in your child or for people who are experiencing? Because every newborn, everyone has some sort of is it not, right? Especially when your children are older. Like my nephew, it took a while for someone to diagnose because the school just thought that he was slow and they kept him at the edge of the table, at the edge of the class. So what do you think that parents can look out for?
If you're looking out for signs, is first thing is eye contact. The first prominent one to look for is whether your child actually has eye contact with you or not. When you're talking to them, do they actually see you eye to eye? And do they respond to your instructions when you tell it once? Or when you repeatedly say it like a number of times, then only they move. So these are the early signs that you can actually detect.
My son is technically normal, but I have to tell him about 15 times before he does something.
No, sometimes it's actually the frequency in which they are receiving.
Oh yes.
So
sound.
it shifts.
So you have to maintain. So you've got like instruction tone, and you've
Yes. Initially, children with autism, when you shout at them, you raise your voice at them, they get frightened. But when you tell it looking eye to them, they understand. They tone down, they understand, and they learn how to process the message. But it takes time. Okay,
Yes,
it
it
takes
also
time.
depends on where they are on the
Where
spectrum.
they are on the spectrum. So where they are on the spectrum, actually, it's all based on energetically how they are been wired. Because autism comes because of how their energy field is one, and how their spiritual field is also.
Okay, I like that you came back to that. When you say spirituality or spiritual, this purely nature versus nurture kind of thing, like your home, what kind of spiritual space?
Spiritual practice that you have, whether you are the type that chant mantras, because these children, they really need a lot of protection. They are
Yes,
very
vulnerable.
they are very vulnerable to lower vibrations, as well as extreme higher vibrations also. Extreme higher vibrations is not too bad for them, but the lower ones is where they absorb very fast. Like literally, when my son goes to school and come back, every day I have to do
Do
cleansing.
detox, yeah.
Can you
Very,
give an example? What's the lowest kind of vibration that your kids encounter?
they will suddenly they will scream. All of a sudden they will be normal, but all of a sudden they'll just scream. So you get frightened. You'll be like wondering what happened.
Hysteria.
Hysteria kind of feeling. But that's actually that's the time that they're actually picking up something lower in nature.
So
Okay,
their
okay.
response is either dispelling or removing that energy.
Yeah, by
or,
screaming.
so you send that,
Yeah.
that vibe. It's really cool when you look in the science behind all of
Yes.
these things. So now let's bring it back to Reiki. So when you are trying to calm him down, he's having an episode. What is your go-to move?
I always call upon our Reiki masters who we are initiated into, call them, and we use specific symbols, because in Reiki we have sacred symbols that we learn, and we use those symbols to actually calm the child down. So daily cleansing for these children, if at all you don't have Reiki as a modality also, you can use like salt bath therapy, or you can take them to the field frequently to remove their shoes and do grounding. These children need a lot of grounding because they're always in their air element.
Yeah.
Air element means above your throat chakra and above.
So like
So when you do an aura scan,
Yeah.
like when my son was diagnosed, we actually took him to this cool Amrit.
okay.
I think they came for
Yes,
one of
one of
your
our
live
sessions. Yes,
live
correct,
reset.
live
So
reset,
when
yeah.
they checked the aura, his aura was more towards the blue.
Blue.
So I used to wonder why blue. Then only I understood. Okay, these people are always in the air element, but they are not talking to you. They are talking to the higher realms probably.
Yeah.
So you need to actually ground that energy on a daily basis. Then you will start seeing them. Okay, they are calm. When they go out, they are well behaved.
Then if it's not nurtured, the children with autism, and of course many of us are not practicing Reiki, and or it's not introduced in our dailies, right? And when the parents have an episode or a moment like this, and like say, let's just talk about the higher elements. The lower elements, we know most of the time they have a lot of science that they can deal with that.
Yeah.
But on the higher elements, you said that they may not be talking. For those of us who are not in that spiritual line, you have this like, who is this kid talking to and what's going
Yeah.
on? And then that's when you call, the Ghostbusters and the monks and
Yeah.
the things. So how do you calm like a lot of nervous parents? Right? Well, what do you tell them, like signs they can see or do?
First thing, you distract the child and call them back. Call by their name
Yes.
and give them activities to do from time to time. Keep them occupied with either writing work or coloring, anything that actually attracts their attention.
So kind of like disconnect.
Disconnect them for a moment, because having too much time above, sometimes they don't know what they are
They can't they can't process,
process
the information.
information.
Understood.
So what is your observation on the Reiki when you're starting to introduce generally to the adults and also the children, the normal community? So what is the observation on that compared to the autism community? These two elements.
Okay, the observation that I actually saw was some people are still skeptical about whether this Reiki healing is real.
And whether their
And-
children's autism diagnosis
Diagnosis
is just whether it's true
or not.
Yeah.
Whether it can be reversed or whether it can be changed. If you ask my opinion whether it can be reversed, maybe 80%, 70% can be
that's
changed.
You can reverse.
Yeah,
that's
can.
huge.
It is through your healing work, and also the parents need to heal.
Of course, we have to
Yeah.
internally accept
Internally.
that this is a process that we're
Process.
going through. Yeah,
And
yeah,
also change of food plan.
Okay.
The
Yes,
kind
the
of
diet.
food, the diet
Yeah,
plan
yeah,
that they are on.
That was an interesting pre-conversation that we had, and she said a lot of the times the energy absorbed by these children is actually from food.
Yes,
Yes.
I agree.
And that is
I'm agree.
so interesting. I mean,
Yes.
yes, we do feed our kids things and a lot of things, but when it came to how you prepare the food,
Food, yes.
energetically,
Correct.
you
The
know,
mindset when you're preparing the food.
Yeah. So it's not easy to deal with the autism kids or adults, correct? So is there any like special approach or technique that we can use, all right, to tackle this kind of like problems?
Okay. First, if at all you are not aligned with Reiki healing or you're not a practitioner yet, flower bark will be very very useful to start
Flower
off.
bath.
Yeah,
Can you
flower
give
bark.
more as
not
give
flower
like,
bath,
Flower bark.
flower bath.
Ah.
Okay.
So it
B-A-C-H.
BACH. Yeah,
Okay.
flower bark. So flower bark helps with for autism. They have certain specific flower remedies which you can actually start off with, but with a guided practitioner, you need to get your. So there are two types in, like for example, what we have in Vasudha is the non-alcohol. The one which you have it out in the stores and all, which you actually can buy through iHerbs and all.
Flower bug. Okay, just stop for a while. Flower bug. I think it's very not a common
Yeah,
things
yeah.
for the audience.
Audience,
here.
yeah.
Okay, so I think you can elaborate more how the flower bug actually
Okay,
works and
flower
how
bug-
it look like.
Right.
Yeah.
Flower bug was actually derived by Dr. Edward Bach from UK.
I like when you can use your own name.
So he actually came up with 38 types of flowers. Flowers where they extract the essence, and these essence are given to specific patients, like for example for depression, for insomnia, or if you're going through a grieving period, how to feel with a hope, to bring back hope into your life. For example, to bring back hope, we use gauze, GORSE. For that, in specific for autism also, we do have like walnut, oak, impatience. So they have in a separate, and they also have it in as a rescue remedy format.
It's really
It's
cool.
like a drops. You actually consume it like either put it in water.
or like some
Pure.
sugar
Globus,
white thing, right?
Globus
Yeah.
pill.
Globus pills,
For children, actually, we don't encourage the Globus pills because it's sugar.
sugar, yes.
So we give them in the form of drops, water drops. Actually, it doesn't have any taste, but it does its work on an emotional level. So it's
One of our life reset events, we actually had Jennifer, a friend of ours, to do sunflower bark
Yep, yep.
remedies, and so she had this really cool machine which vibrates
Yeah.
at certain
The
frequencies.
radionic kind, right?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
called
radionics
Ah,
machine.
yes.
Yes.
radionic or spooky machine or something. It's got a really cool name, and it vibrates at certain frequencies. And then she didn't let me touch anything, but it's like, but it was actually a. It just looked
Normal.
normal.
It looks like normal
Water.
water.
But it makes you feel
Feel-
like. Is it a psychology thing?
No. Each flower has its own work to do in your body system. So it depends on what your need is at that time.
So see, your son may not be able to communicate it fully to you. So when you give him the flower bark, do you Reiki it?
Yes,
and then-
definitely I Reiki it.
Because the frequency that it
Yes.
runs on as well, isn't it?
Yes.
How long it takes for him to actually
To see the
to see the
effect.
result? Yeah.
To actually see the result immediately on that same day, it
Oh,
takes about
so fast.
you will see the
Okay,
toning down effect
So mostly it's used to calm them.
to calm them down. To calm them down, to give them more alertness, especially if they are in that studying stage. They're going to school and all
Okay.
that. You want them to have more focus on their academic studies. Then there is specific one which you give it. So I usually give it before he actually goes to school.
Okay.
So he is very calm compared to any other kid in the school, which I really feel I sometimes in my heart I'll be like, how can I help these other children? You know, you are being a healer and you're asking yourself, how can I help? But it's actually the parents, if they are really into it, then we can help.
Yeah, all this boils down to actually the parents' participation, whether they are interested. Most of the time, you notice when, especially when they're trying to do something for their children, they kind of remove themselves from that equation.
Yeah.
The parents go like, "No, I'm doing this for the kids, for the kids."
For the
And
kids.
they
No.
forget that it's their connection to the kids that actually promotes
For
that
special
healing.
children, we encourage parents to actually engage with the child. That means if you're sending them for a class, you go together. You go together and be with the kid.
But some of the center doesn't allow the parents
That,
to
that
be
No,
there.
independency kind
like
of
for
thing.
example, swimming.
Oh yeah.
You take swimming means if you're sending your child for swimming class, you also go as a student and learn with them. So it gives them that sense of, okay, my mom is coming with me, my dad is coming with me.
Okay.
That sense of security,
That
they will
also
start.
promotes the
Yes,
healing as
exactly,
well.
exactly.
Okay, the sense of be there.
Being there,
Being there.
not
Okay.
to do with not to do for the child,
Yeah.
but to do with the child.
Alright.
It makes a lot of difference.
It's okay. So besides that flower bug, any other approach that you think that you can tell us on this healing?
In that sense, just to add to your question, is that flower bark, like sound healing, like Reiki is energetics, right?
Yes,
You
that's
can't
right.
see, it's the unseen,
Yeah.
and it's a lot about your own self belief as
Yes,
well. But like
exactly.
flower bark can say these are like
Physical ones,
things.
yes.
Is there any? See, some parents we start physical and then we then go into the
Into the-
more
yeah.
metaphysical version
Correct.
of it. So what are the physical, but in a more non-medical kind of approach for them to start this
I think sound, in front of the
Sound and also massage. Massage.
Oh.
Oil,
Like
essential
oils.
oil
Any
massage.
specific like acupuncture,
Yes.
pressure?
We in the Indian traditional medicine, we have this thing called Varma. Varma is actually a traditional massage technique where they actually go into the pressure points, acupuncture pressure points, and they do the massage according to how they have been taught. That means it comes actually from the Siddha practice, and this was something that I learned when I took my son for Ayurveda treatment in Coimbatore.
So like different points here.
Different points for different functions, and also for special children they had different points. They do most for the head,
Oh, okay.
a lot of head massage. So if you want to really start it on your own, but not Varma method, you can do normal oil massage
at home.
at home. Warm the sesame oil, and you can actually do it like a normal gentle massage and then give them an oil bath.
But they won't
Where?
even sit for 5 minutes.
You try and see. This kind of children, they
Which
love
part
oil
is
massage.
the most effective?
Effective is head and feet.
Feet. Okay.
Feet means from your knee and to your sole. They'll feel very how to say gully.
Yeah. Okay,
but
so like ticklish.
but they will really love it. They will really love it. My son is a massage lover. You massage means he'll straight away voluntarily he will give himself.
In
So-
addition as well, I know Nimala from this technique tapping.
yes, yes.
Okay. This is the first I came to her studio. I learned the tapping. So
Okay.
do tapping actually works for this?
Tapping with special children, you can't allow them to do the tapping because they're not going to do it properly. They'll be playing
the
around.
pressure that they put on
Yes.
the,
So parents can actually learn the technique,
technique.
tapping technique, and parents can do it on behalf of the children. That means the statement in which they use, instead of I am healing myself, you can mention your child's name is healing now. And then you do the tapping from the crown,
Okay.
all the other body parts.
all of this available at Vasudha. So we will keep her details at the bottom later.
Yeah.
But so when it comes to, let's say we are doing more physical things before we actually go in, but what is like let's speak in a more spiritual sense of it, like the chakras and the points
Yeah.
and things like that. You like the tapping is one of it, and we have like the chakra points and stuff. Do you do this like on a daily basis? I mean, I know you detox him like after school and things like that, but do you have a specific time and space, and then you do like a series of things, or is it like a okay every Tuesday it has to be oil
No.
massage day? Is that should that be a routine? That's what I'm trying to say.
If it's oil massage, usually being a Hindu ritualistic person, I follow the moon cycle and all that. So my oil massage days will be aligned with that. But healing with Reiki is a daily process. If at all I am away from him, I will do it on a distance healing. So Reiki is 24 hours anywhere available. So you don't have to be physically present with the child. We can do it on a distance basis.
So like the why I brought up the chakra points is because we were having our conversation earlier, and you're talking about the root chakra always being
Yes.
so affected.
Yes.
Do we start there? Do we start from the top? Do we start from the bottom?
Children, like in Reiki, we have a system where we follow with cleansing first. So we cleanse from the top, from the head to the feet.
Okay.
And then so the healing also from the head to the feet.
Okay.
And then we have a practice where we can actually protect the children with like an energy bubble. So this actually helps them when they go to school. They don't simply pick up until and unless they feel very they're not well or something. Then they might, but the chances are very low. Because initially when I sent my son to school before learning even Reiki, he used to fall sick very frequent. He picks up from they're so prone to the school environment that anyone falls sick, they just pick up. Ever since I started doing Reiki on a daily basis, cleansing, healing and the shielding, the rate actually dropped.
As a Reiki practitioner, I would vouch for the shielding,
yes.
the bubble. It really helps, and that sense of security you have when you're sending your kid out into the world, there is no better feeling
yes,
than that.
exactly.
So learn Reiki just for that.
Yeah.
Like start with that, just for that superpower.
So three of us also are Reiki practitioners.
Yeah.
So just want to ask, right? I mean, each of us had questions, right? How are you going to use Reiki on a daily basis? For example, the stuff you share, you should shield yourself. Besides that, what are you going to do? Okay, using Reiki as a daily practice. Yeah. So start from Nirmala.
Usually when I go to places, when I see that there are children like having a meltdown session, I immediately sit and call Reiki to be present in that space.
Send the healing.
Actually send the healing there. Anyway, even while I'm traveling on the road, if like a car is going through a breakdown phase, and
me too.
I always do that. When ambulance is passing by also, I'll be like, Reiki, please send healing.
Okay.
So that's how I use Reiki on a daily basis. Also for my own growth, for spiritual growth, and for my family's well-being, and for others as well, especially those who are needing distance healing.
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
As soon as I feel there's a weird energy shift, because I've recently going through a different shift in my own personal life. I feel like when I use Reiki just to kind of center myself and also shield, so that if there are some negativities that are happening within me, it doesn't leave my bubble. My bubble will heal it before, so that if she's standing next to me, she picks up on anything, it won't affect her, because it's just a slight energy thing. So it is also not so much of me from the outside world to me, but it's me to the outside world as well.
Correct. Okay, normally what I did, I travel a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Travel a lot, then you go to different places. Some of the places that like what you say, the energy is like not really
it doesn't resonate.
So all the symbols is gone. Okay.
It is like
so especially when you go for like outside to have some food, so Reiki symbol is always there for us to like make sure that things that we makan
Yeah, it
I,
doesn't.
I
It,
notice
it
I do that
nourishes
a
some
lot for myself as well. When I
Yes,
go,
correct.
especially when I eat food from outside,
outside.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
always raking
Yeah.
the food, and I'll say thank you very much. I don't know the sauce, but I love it, and
Yeah.
it's going to nourish me in some way or the
Yeah.
other. But yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Yeah,
notice
So
that
food,
too.
and
raking
yeah,
food
correct.
and drinking water, especially because
Exactly.
we are
Yes.
emotional. Our body is also consisting
75%
75% of
of water.
water.
Yeah.
So raking water is must.
Yeah. Most important is like every time when we go out from the our comfort zone, okay,
Mm,
our sacred space,
yeah,
we should do a lot of grounding
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
activity.
Yes.
Especially do a little symbol, then we step on it, then we go out. So at least that we somehow being protected, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
From that moment we feel that it's very comfortable.
correct.
So the
Yeah,
whole day is like wow, just
If
like that.
you're feeling a little down, or you're feeling that you've got so much energy you cannot dispel, and it is just a very conscious way of releasing it back into the world. It's very sustainable as well,
yeah.
because you recycle that negativity into something more love and light out. So when you deal with people in a general basis, which we do all
Yeah,
the
that's
time,
right.
you consciously put your best self forward.
Actually, Reiki is very much subtle compared to other healing modalities that I've experienced, especially like access bar, theta healing is instant. So instant, sometimes our physical body cannot
Cool.
cope with the shift.
And it's not consistent like Reiki.
Yeah,
You can just
just
invoke it as
invoke
you
it.
like. Yeah.
This is energy of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Reiki. Yeah.
So
Yes, a
for
lot.
children is the safest healing modality, and Reiki is very friendly with children. My son will be like smiling away the moment I start the healing. So I'm like, okay.
Okay, with the trend right now, like for example, like those occupational therapies, sensory therapies, and behavioral therapies, how actually Reiki can complement into
Actually, I
these
would
therapies?
suggest the therapists themselves to take up the healing modality to learn it, and then when they are conducting the sessions, they actually Reiki the entire room. They can Reiki the entire room, setting the intentions that every child that steps into this space is going to be healed by Reiki. So, regardless of which child comes in, also, it is still going to be healed.
Correct. It's like I
Correct.
am
Yeah.
magical.
Because
Magic.
I do have a friend in physio industry. They actually okay for the first few years. After that, he found that the energy in the studio a little bit heavy, so somehow it affect the
Yeah,
individual.
individuals.
Correct.
and
Yes.
it
and
does.
and when they come to us and we try to suggest these kind of modalities of therapy, I mean to therapies, right? They feel that no lah, I don't want to like understand more about this, so I go for more scientific way. So few approach
Fabrice.
medications done, then some machine done. In the end, they come back to you and say, "Hell, Kelvin,
Help.
I need help." So I
Yeah,
say,
this is
okay,
very
yeah.
common,
Now
very
you're surrendered.
common.
Now you are. I mean, the energy
You're
is like
ready.
resonant. So yes, yep, come in. Then we do a what they call some what we call healing session. Not immediate, but it's the what they call improve on his problems that he facing.
Actually, Reiki doesn't only help healing physical ailments in humans, but also non-living environment also. So it actually cleanses your home. It helps to protect your home environment, your business spaces, your office, your car,
Yes.
everything.
And parking.
Parking.
Ah,
That
If there is one thing to be thankful
yes.
I think that's very instant.
They're very instant. I mean, my experience is very instant. So a lot of my friends asking me that, hey, come, Kevin, sit with me, do some magic.
Yeah, sometimes
said,
I
yeah.
don't share. I don't share my magical powers. But when it comes to children on
Yeah.
the spectrum, or children with special needs, and now there's a trend. Okay, I'm not saying that it never existed before. Just hear me out. I'm saying that there is a more common and exposed trend of they call them later life on the spectrum, especially ADHD. And there are some people who are over the age of 25, 30 say that they have now been diagnosed with autism.
Yeah,
and,
there are.
and ADHD especially, and there's so many others, right? When it comes to those kind of things, and we're talking about children, yes, it's obvious.
But it's
They're
also in the adults,
in the
which is
adults as well.
I would say it was not identified earlier,
Yeah,
but as time went, probably after their 30s, they actually coming to know that they had
they
it,
had it,
had
or
it, or the symptoms are still there, and how to actually overcome it.
so they come for Reiki. Would that
Yeah,
help?
definitely.
Because Reiki also requires some kind of concentration levels
Yeah.
and things like
See,
that. So this is now that you're to self-healing mode. How does that affect them? As in learning, the learning part of it, the practicing part of it.
in in my experience, we actually have like a support system. Upon completing their level 1 and level 2, they actually have like a support system where we actually monitor them from time to time. Are they okay in their practice?
So they still
Any
should have
challenges?
a learning buddy as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, better.
Yeah.
So they can actually reach out to us anytime and anyhow.
Especially the caregiver lah. Yes, me.
Yes.
One of the things that we need to look into is a caregiver.
Caregivers also I would suggest to
Yes.
learn,
Yeah, this is very, very important.
because they get drained very easily, especially if it's elderlies. We have to constantly keep sending healing, not only for the child but also for the elderlies.
Recently, I into this. I've been invited to have some sessions in one of the associations. It's under the neuro problem. So we found that the caregiver also need healing as well.
Oh, they
Yeah.
need
So we
more
need
than-
more.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did a simple but intense sound healing sessions, sound bath,
Okay.
and the crowd is like say, wow, I never experienced that before, and I literally bring them into oceans, seaside, the kind of mean the frequency, mean the energy. So you feel that I've been like so long didn't go for holidays.
Holiday.
So thank you so
Yeah.
much that you're bringing me back to. I said okay.
Yeah, because
welcome.
they get affected more on that emotional level rather than, and it flares up in the physical level. See, because diseases don't actually flare immediately on a physical realm. It gets into the spiritual realm first. That means your auric field, and then it penetrates into your energy field.
And if you
And
don't
then
listen to
you
the
don't
science-
listen to the science of the universe, then it comes to your physical.
Okay. So the next one. Okay. What is the advice could you give the healers and practitioners who wish to begin the working with children and adults with autism?
Learn to be patient first.
Next.
Because
Next question, please.
healing special need children, especially children, you need a lot of patience. First, you ask yourself whether you can be a patient healer first or not. If they are all over, they are running all over the place, are you able to sit still and just watch and do your healing silently without even disturbing them?
Wow.
So that is a
wisdom.
next level.
Yeah, I know.
next.
I felt that pang of insecurity just come through me. But it is this moment where, like, we are parents and we want the best for our children, more so if children with special needs, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying sit still, be patient, and things like that. More often than not, maybe even statistically, they give up,
Yeah.
right? What you, but sometimes we want to know. Divine timing is one thing, but what is that breakthrough? You know, that one sign that you go like, okay, you know, it took some time, but I got here. But I know, so the light. Okay, what is the light at the end of the tunnel?
Patience.
Patience.
Yeah, the answer is actually
Patience,
patience. Keep doing the healing work without
Expecting.
expecting the result to happen immediately, because healing with special children go layer by layer. Even for adults also, it's on a layer basis. So it heals you on a spiritual level first or emotional level. Some go first on a physical level first. So Reiki actually taught me a lot of lessons, how to handle my emotions first, how to forgive myself and my childhood, so that I can now heal my son.
Yes, because a lot of parents,
Parents.
especially the mothers, it's like, oh, I think I gave this to my kid.
Yeah,
you know?
with that intention, oh, I gave this to my child, and they feel guilty about it. No, it's not that way. Healing takes place when you start accepting, okay, the child is like this. Now, what I need to do? See, there's two way of handling issues. One is you suffer with it.
Yeah.
That's one way.
Let me just live with
Let's
it.
just live with it. Okay, this is how my karma is getting burned. Okay, let's live with it. Then the next option is you accept the situation and you ask universe or ask your inner self, your inner guidance, what is next? What is the resolution for this? If this situation has come to my table right now, definitely there's a solution behind it, but I need to find it.
Yeah.
So the finding is where sometimes gets really frustrating because we don't have patience.
Acceptance.
Acceptance, yes.
Yeah, these two words, acceptance and patience.
And through
is the
this
key.
patience, you will also learn how to be resilient.
It's a
Very
connect
much
with each
so.
other.
I know.
Yeah,
Ding, ding,
it's
ding, ding,
all
ding, ding.
This
interconnected.
brings me back to the emotional guidance thing. Remember? It was just such a. These are very simple, everyday words. Be resilient, be patient. Have this. Accept the way things are. But it is such a powerful healing process when you go like, this is what it is. I am sure, like they say that God doesn't give you more than what you can handle.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means deep down inside there's something that's in you that is meant to come out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the purpose of special needs children actually in your life. It's to actually find what is your true purpose in this world. Because many of us are just living our lives like rat race, going to work, coming back, eat, sleep, and then it goes on like that for the next few days. But when you suddenly get this kind of children coming into in your life, you'll be like, oh, what I need to do next. So it's actually telling you to take a step, slow down. Slow down and process yourself on why this issue had come to you first.
Yeah, because people have this misconception about purpose. They think this is some grand scheme.
scheme. No,
Oprah Winfrey kind of thing.
It's probably to break certain chains that has been going on probably in your ancestry lineage, that these children actually come to the picture to stop, to break it. Chain breakers.
So for your future generation and other children, they don't suffer.
They don't suffer like this.
Yeah. So, finally, any others last message for the audience and also the practitioner especially?
And future practitioners.
Yes. Yeah.
Message for the future practitioners. This is a very beautiful healing modality that you can actually take up even as your own profession, second profession, or your third source of income, however you're taking it. Practice it with faith and trust that process when you're working with it.
Have an open mind.
Have an open mind, because Reiki was totally new to me when it came to me, because I was a very ritualistic person and I had challenges how to merge both. But eventually I did it and understood the science behind it, that both also function similarly, but it is more deeper.
Just as another general message, that Reiki is integratable.
Integratable.
You can add it and mix it with anything.
Anything.
And it should come. How about people who are... The message that we're sending out to the world is that we want people who are looking and seeking to come across this.
Yes, definitely.
Video.
Those who are really seeking for either spiritual growth or a transformation in their mundane life, they are fed up of living the same routine again and again. This is one way how you can break through.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Reiki.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. All right, for this session.
Yeah, most welcome.
Teacher Nirmala.
Thank you.
Okay.
She kind of gives you the super teacher vibes.
Yes,
She's a very good teacher. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. At first, we want to address her as a teacher Nirmala, but teacher Nirmala, but end up, I don't know why. I mean, I should end up with a teacher Nirmala. Thank you so much for all the information, the insight, as well as the approach method, all these things, to
Yeah.
to understand more about autism, and as well as the other modalities that you bring it up.
Yeah. Thank you very
Yeah.
much for Woo Woo Ways for
Thank you so
inviting me on
much.
this
Sri,
podcast.
I love your energy, and I've always loved you. You know,
Thank
in a
you.
very spiritual sister sense of it. And for me to experience you close up, and I think it's an absolute gift. It is like tearing because I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so much.
Sri. Thank you.
So we're going to see you in the next episode in the Woo Ways. See ya. Bye.
Bye.